Good morning, students, parents, teachers, and administration. Welcome to the 2020-2021 Grade 4 Moving On ceremony. Will you please now stand and join us in singing the Philippine National Anthem. As a special treat, Daniela will be singing the anthem and will be accompanied on piano by Hannah. If you are a Philippine national, please stand with your right hand over your heart. For everyone else, please keep your hands at your side.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay, upang hinirang, tuyan ka ng magiting, sa mandulupit, di ka pa sisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoyan, sa langit mong bughaw, may dilag ang tuba, alawit sa paglayang minamahal, ang kisap ng wadawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw na kailan pa may di magdidilim, lupa ng araw ng walang di pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo, aming ligaya na pag may mang-aapi, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you, Daniela and Hannah, for your wonderful rendition of the Philippine National Anthem. While we wait to make sure that everyone is attendance, please sit back and enjoy a slideshow that captures some of the highlights from our school years.
We hope you enjoyed this slideshow. It was a nice reminder of some of the great and memorable events we have had this year. Now, I would like to welcome Mr. Campbell to speak to the grade 4 students, parents, and teachers.
Parents, friends, teachers, and most importantly of all, grade 4. Welcome to your moving on ceremony for 2020-21. So today, in what really has been the most extraordinary year, I'd like to tell you a story. A story of a carrot, a story of an egg, and a story of cocoa. 3 relatively innocuous items, I'll grant you, but all have their uses. Once upon a time, a young woman went to her mother and started to talk about just how hard her life was. She was tired of struggling, and it seemed like the minute she solved one problem, a new one would emerge. On hearing this, her mother took her to the kitchen. She filled 3 pots with water and placed each one onto a separate burner. Soon the pots came to the boil. In the first, she placed carrots. In the second, she placed the eggs. And in the last, she placed ground cocoa beans. She then let them sit and boil without saying a word. Meanwhile, the daughter watched on, somewhat perplexed and growing increasingly impatient, as they tend to do. After 20 minutes, the mother turned off the burners. She fished the carrots out and placed them in a bowl. She pulled the eggs out and placed them in a bowl. And then she ladled the cocoa out and placed it in a final bowl. Turning to her daughter, she asked, "Tell me, what do you see?" "Carrots, eggs and cocoa," the daughter replied, indignantly, not really seeing the point of a cooking class at a time when her life was full of struggles and endless challenges. Her mother brought her closer and asked her to feel the carrots. She did, and noticed they were soft. The mother then asked the daughter to take an egg and break it. After pulling off the shell, she observed the hard-boiled egg inside. Finally, the mother asked the daughter to sip the cocoa. The daughter smiled as she tasted its rich aroma. The daughter then asked, "Well, what does it mean, Mother?" Her mother explained that each one of the objects had faced the same adversity, boiling water, but each one had reacted very differently. The carrot went in strong and hard and unrelenting. However, after being subjected to the boiling water, it softened and became weak. The egg had been fragile, its thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior. But after sitting through the boiling water, its inside became hardened. The ground cocoa beans were unique, however. After they were placed in the boiling water, they actually changed the water. "Which are you?" she asked her daughter. "When adversity comes knocking on your door, how do you respond? Are you a carrot, an egg, or a cocoa bean? Think of this. Which am I? Am I the carrot that seems strong, but with pain and adversity, do I wilt and become soft and lose my strength? Or am I the egg that starts with a malleable centre, but changes and hardens with the heat? Do I have a fluid spirit, but in the face of challenge upon challenge, struggle upon struggle, do I become hard and stiff? Does my shell look the same, but on the inside I'm bitter and tough with a stiff spirit and hardened heart? Or am I like the cocoa bean? The bean actually changes the hot water, the very circumstance which brings the pain. When the water gets hot, it releases the fragrance and flavour. If you're like the bean, when things are at their worst, you get better and change the situation around you. When the challenges seem their greatest, do you elevate yourself to another level? How do you handle adversity? Are you a carrot, an egg, or a cocoa bean? Grade 4, you have, without a doubt, faced the hardest of years. A year of school with no playground. A year of school with no Pizza Friday. A year of Zoom. A year of breakout rooms. And a year of, you're muted. But you have risen to these challenges time and time again. And for that, I'm so proud of you. The resilience you've shown has been admirable, and you've proven to be wonderful role models for the adults around you. You certainly have not wilted under the challenges you've faced, but been Coco-like in your ability to rise to what is set in front of you and change it for the better. History is littered with tales of resilience. It's part of our human DNA. Although we may not feel it at times, we are incredibly resilient and capable of great things under prolonged stress and disruption. Like Albert Einstein, who spent years defending and justifying his work to the scientific community until his theory of relativity was finally acknowledged. Like Alicia Nokomovitz, who ran 42.2 kilometres back and forth along his 7-metre balcony during the COVID lockdown last year in Toulouse, France. Like your teachers and teaching assistants who've been teaching in empty classrooms over the past 16 months. Like our gardeners, our office staff, our security staff, and our clinic, who've made the ISM campus their home and done everything they could to ensure it's ready and safe for you the minute you're allowed to return. And like your parents, who've kept you safe, kept your fridge full, and kept your internet strong so you can continue to learn each and every day. These are the same parents whose own working lives have been turned upside down and suddenly found that the concept of home and the office as two separate entities no longer really exists. Home is the office and the school and the playground and has been the whole world for such a long period of time. Grade 4, you too are history makers like Albert and Alicia and your teachers and our gardeners and our clinic staff and like your parents. You too are cocoa beans, able to turn perhaps not such a great situation into one where you've grown new skills and built your resilience like no other grade 4s before you. You too will think back to this past year as a history-making, unique experience. Never before has a group of students at International School Manila completed a full year in distance learning. One day, people will ask you about your experience. They will get curious and want to know, just what was it really like? As you sit here, grade 4, on the cusp of a long break from school, you're also faced with a fork in the road. You're about to enter middle school with the excitement which this will bring. Newfound independence befitting your age. New subjects, new teachers, a new cantina. I'd love to say that everything will go wonderfully smoothly all of the time. For the most part, it will. It will be filled with laughter and accomplishments and exciting new experiences. But there also will be times when a bump lies in the road ahead. Just how you deal with that bump will be up to you. Can you draw upon your experiences of this year and the strength and resilience you've shown and apply this to the next bump? I'm sure you can. You are history makers. You are confident, capable, and curious learners. You're not carrots or eggs, but cocoa baristas of the highest pedigree. Grade 4, go forth and spread your aroma, figuratively speaking, throughout middle school and turn every bump in the road into a success. If anyone can, you can.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell. Now, please get ready for a short video that highlights some of the best parts of the year according to the 2020 to 2021 year.
The first day of school when I met Mr. Miller and some of my classmates, and I also liked it because I didn't need to work right away.
Was sports day because there's a lot of different activities and then they're very fun.
Kahoot was playing with my classmates.
The Bearcat sleepover.
The best time was when we first had a talent show. I never really thought that we would, and I was super excited.
The virtual sleepover was pretty cool because I got to go to my friend's house, Ryan. I got to spend a lot of time with my friends and I really enjoyed it. I like poetry and writing.
When we started non-genre because it was really fun.
It wasn't my favorite, but I was really amazed on how we did sports day, and especially online.
I liked International Day, Sports Day, and the Bearcat sleepover.
Has to be Ms. Ashcroft talking about Among Us.
When Miss Ashcroft tries to play the games that we play and try to test stuff out, oh, I tried this yesterday and this happened and this.
I think the highlight for my year was probably sports day because it was super fun seeing everyone so motivated and so happy even though we're online.
Technology.
Problems.
Since I'm new, it's kind of fun in 4th grade to have friends before I go to middle school or something.
It was my first year in ISM and my teachers were really nice and helpful.
The best part of grade 4 for me is sports day because I like being a bit active, and in sports day I was very active, so that's why I like sports day.
Well, when I got to do some choice sport activities with my friends, that was really fun.
I'll have to say the best part of grade 4 was probably talking to my friends in breakout rooms.
Talent show that we have in our classrooms, the second talent show. Everyone participated, or most people did, and it was really fun.
So breakout rooms because I can talk to people that I like.
Online sports day. Everything.
Teachers and friends that are leaving.
Elementary.
Ending school early.
My friends and my teachers.
I will miss my friends, the teachers, and running around the playground.
My friends, because some of them are leaving.
The teachers were really nice in elementary school, and I bet they are in middle school, but I'm really going to miss them.
I love the playground so much.
I'm definitely going to miss the playground, the teachers, and the field.
Opportunities to be MC, like how it was in the assembly, the International School Day, and all these fun stuff like the sleepover, because in other places, well, we don't really get this type of opportunity.
I will miss the playground, and I will miss all of the teachers and classrooms and the whole building.
like the people, mostly the people, the libraries, the amenities, the food, and just ISM as a whole. It's just been such a fun experience, and since I've practically grew up with this, it's probably going to be pretty hard to move on.
And the new instrument that I'm gonna
Cafeteria.
Drama of the class.
Mostly the cafeteria because there's a lot of different food and snacks to eat.
Moving to classroom to another.
I look forward to having new friends and learning new things, especially about writing.
That it'll be more freedom. I don't know what they mean by that, but it's gonna be interesting.
To the electives of strings and IT class.
To joining robotics and IT.
Forward to the different classes because it's more diverse, like modern languages.
I look forward to learning more things that are more complicated for me, making new friends and meeting new teachers and people.
So I can't wait to see my lockers and meet new friends.
I'll get more feedback on my learning, and then I can have new ways to improve my learning.
It's a completely like a new level. You have different subjects, different like you have science and new stuff to do. I even heard there's dissecting.
Cafeteria for sure, and
the houses.
For me, playing a new instrument.
I really want to go to school instead of online classes.
In the school canteen,
everything.
I want to be a bioengineer to invent different things and make bio ideas from the nature.
Basketball player.
I want to be a basketball player because I really like to play basketball.
I want to be a YouTuber.
A pilot.
I want to be a singer.
I want to be a YouTuber.
I want to be an engineer.
A vet or a doctor.
I want to be a vet.
Fashion designer.
I want to be an engineer.
A diplomat.
I want to be an engineer.
An architect.
Engineer.
Animator or digital artist.
An astronaut.
I want to be an animal doctor when I grow up.
I grow up, I want to be an actor.
A basketball player.
I want to be an engineer or a singer when I grow up.
But when I grow up, I for sure want to be kind, caring, and I want to make a change in the world.
That video was great! Now it is the time that we will honor all of the hard work and effort we have put in this year. A slideshow will be played for the flexible phoenixes, confident kangaroos, and the amazing adventurous Arctic wolves, the curious crows, and will be accompanied by class speeches.
Well, flexible phoenixes, here we are. Congratulations, you have made it to the end of your grade 4 year as an elementary school student at ISM. I'm sure you didn't expect your last year of elementary school to go this way, but you have risen to the challenge, you have been incredibly resilient, and you have conquered all that life has thrown your way throughout this year, whether it be through distance learning or throughout the COVID pandemic. Thank you so much for being an amazing group of students to work with this year. I truly could not have thought of a better group of students to work with. You have been incredibly flexible and you have risen to anything that I gave you, any task that I gave you to complete, and you have also helped me find some more silliness and some more fun in every school day. I will truly miss you, and I enjoyed all of our time together. I cannot wait to see how you do in middle school, and I cannot wait to see you physically at school either. Please, please make sure you come and say hi to me when we do get to return to school. Enjoy your summers, stay away from screens, go outside, enjoy the sunshine, and good luck in middle school.
Thank you to Miss Archibald, Miss Julie, Mr. Crum, and Miss Annie for supporting our class this year. All the teachers did an amazing job. One of the fun things we did was Earth Day with Filipiniana and International Day. The Grade 4 sleepover was amazing too. Those were awesome times. We had so much fun. Well, what we learned this year was very special and new to us. Math, reading, writing, but also the specialist subjects like music, PE, and art. As Albert Einstein said, once you stop learning, you start dying, and we really agree with this quote.
Although there were some tough times, COVID just popped out of nowhere, but we all persevered, and that's what makes us the flexible Phoenixes. There was a lot to deal with. We had to adjust to time zones, Zoom, and so on. This year was such a tough one, yet we have managed to make it through. This year has also been really special, weird, and unique. All of these fun times are new to all of us. Let's all hope that in 5th grade we are going to be able to go back to school. Even if we won't, we'll still try our best and have fun. All the things that we learned this year were very special to us, and in our opinion, we think that all teachers were very helpful and kind throughout the year, especially Miss A. And though it is sad to leave elementary behind, we will open a new gate and move on. There is a famous Japanese proverb that we found, and it says, "Better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher." We feel so lucky to have been part of Mrs. A's flexible Phoenix community, and we're able to spend not one day but an entire year with a great teacher. Thank you for listening.
Hi, Ruse. Well, what an incredible year we've had. I'd be behaving very sus if I was to say it'd been a year without any challenges. But because we've all worked together and supported each other, we've achieved something that we can all be immensely proud of. A full, successful year of distance learning. And I'd like to think that we've had some fun along the way as well. Thank you for being so incredibly amazing and resilient. Each of you is uniquely brilliant, and I feel very lucky to have gotten to know you and to have been your teacher through this year. You can all go on to do whatever you set your mind to, and your futures hold many exciting things ahead. For those moving on to adventures away from ISM, I wish you all the best of luck. Remember, you have my email address, so please do let me know how you are settling into your new schools. For those staying with us at ISM, I'll only be a corridor away, so come visit anytime. This year has been truly one of a kind, and we will all be stronger for it. So just keep being amazing. Good luck with the next steps of your exciting journey, and remember, once a Roo, always a Roo.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Thank you for making time in your busy schedules to be part of our extra special day. And I'm happy to say I'm part of Miss Ashcroft's Confident Kangaroo class. Now, even though the Confident Kangaroo family is so excited to hop into middle school like kangaroos, we had some specific favorite parts of this fab 4th grade year. For example, sports day was so cool. We loved doing all the different activities and getting active. Another one of our personal favorites was in Unit of Inquiry doing the erosion experiments. This helped us improve our communication and collaboration skills. We loved seeing what happened in the end. We made a little bit of a mess, but it was still awesome. Okay, fine, we made a pretty big mess. And of course we can't forget about the stupendous grade 4 sleepover. We Confident Kangaroos loved seeing our friends and old classmates, especially since this was a long year and the amazing sleepover allowed us to have some dope fun. Although we wouldn't have had such a great year without the hard work and dedication of all the teachers in elementary school, in art we created incredible 3D drawings with a big help from our amazing teacher, Miss Valentina. But we'd also like to say a big thank you to our magnificent music teacher, Mr. Smith, for teaching us different folk dances and songs in the recorder. And we can't forget about the extremely hardworking PE teachers. They all organize so many different activities just to make sure we're happy, healthy, and active. Last but certainly not least, we would like to thank our amazing teacher, Miss Ashcroft, who has really made an impact on our last year in elementary school. Thank you for being so kind, patient, and caring. You have helped us overcome all our problems, even the math ones. Thank you so much for a dynamite year. There is one more thing to do, though. We would like to say goodbye to all our fellow classmates who are embarking on new adventures. We wish you all the best of luck. Now, as much as we want to keep having fun in 4th grade, we can't wait to explore middle school. Middle school, here we come!
Like a kid stuck on a merry-go-round, this year of learning has at times left us feeling ready to get off this ride. Amazing, adventurous Arctic wolves, you stayed on no matter the forces that pushed and pulled you. And let's be honest, sometimes leaving you feeling dizzy, and not in the fun kind of way. You showed up, you did it smiling, in PJs with waffles, crepes, and tea, ready to devour the day. And you did. You faced the uphill climb of Google Classroom, Wi-Fi outages, technological mayhem, and hours upon hours of Zoom with perseverance and resilience. Amazing, adventurous Arctic wolves, you did it smiling, connecting, and supporting and lifting each other up. I was amazed every day. Together, and with a lot of parent support, we settled into the rhythm of online learning. We discovered the joy in sharing our thinking on Jamboards, in Zoom chats, and in small breakout rooms. Amazing, adventurous Arctic wolves, you mastered communicating in all its new forms in all the new Google places. Just like the book stretched to the sun, you have grown from saplings to giants in just 1 year because of who you are as learners. You are ready to leave ES behind and move into middle school. I have so appreciated you as learners, getting to know you. Thank you for inviting me into your spaces and allowing me to be part of your journey.
We loved being a part of your pack.
Good morning, and thank you to everyone for being a part of our moving on ceremony. I'm Lily, and my partner is Jan. We are proud to be a part of Miss Shortridge's class, the amazing, adventurous Arctic Wolves. 4th grade has been an amazing experience. Apart from all our classes being online because of COVID, there have been many other memorable events this year, such as celebrating International Day. It was a great opportunity to discover more about all the diverse cultures throughout ISM. Sports Day was super fun. However, Mr. Campbell probably had less fun than we did with a pie in the face. Another favourite was the Grade 4 sleepover, which was the first ever virtual sleepover in the history of ISM. It was so much fun that my little sister joined in. Shh. More importantly, this year we have achieved many of our goals with the help of Miss Shortridge. She greets us with enthusiasm every morning and has been endlessly patient and understanding with us. Miss Shortridge, together with our other teachers, parents and friends, have been there to support us throughout the year, during the tough times and sharing the successes. To that, a great big thank you.
We owe many thanks and appreciation to every one of our educators who inspired us to learn and grow this past year. All our wonderful teachers and specialists who have nurtured our creativity, developed our confidence, and guided our curiosity. We say thank you to our teacher, Miss Amber, our assistant teachers, Miss Aya, Miss Joy, and Miss Neha. Last but not the least, our specialist teachers, Miss Valentina, Mr. Crum, and Mr. Smith. This school year was packed with countless of interesting activities and lessons. A particularly memorable activity we did at the beginning of the year was the volcano experiment, which incorporated science, collaboration, and communication skills. We faced many hardships because of the coronavirus. We were not able to see each other in person, making learning more difficult, but we persevered. Filipiniana was also incredibly special. We were able to pay homage to our wonderful host country, the Philippines. Many were dressed in traditional Filipino clothing. There were a lot of interesting and fun activities beginning in the assembly. One of the challenges of being an international school setting is that many of our good friends had to leave. We sincerely wish them the best of luck in their new schools, wherever they may be around the world. The Arctic wolves have grown in many ways this year. We've solidified old friendships and made new ones. We have also continued to become independent, safety conscious, and responsible members of the ISM and global community. We hope middle school will be as fun as fourth grade.
Weekly inspiration quote a few weeks ago was this: the best version of yourself comes after the biggest mountain you climb. Well, Curious Crows, I would suggest that this year may just have been your biggest mountain, the biggest challenge of your life. A full year of distance learning was not even a consideration at the start of the year. But day after day, week after week, month after month, you didn't stop. You faced this challenge, and we climbed this mountain together. Take a moment and reflect on this accomplishment, this mountain you've conquered. Recognize your successes and remember when things were most difficult. This has been no small deed. And today, have a look in the mirror. Give yourself a huge smile and see that version of yourself looking back at you. Be proud of what you have done this year. You are stronger. You are more resilient, more persevering, more responsible, more independent. And today, you can gaze down from the top of your mountain and take pride in your hard work and dedication that got you here. I want to thank each of you for making this year together so special. I'm so lucky to have been able to spend our time together, to laugh and learn together, to support each other, and to get to know each other so well. And now, it's time to sit back and relax. Turn off your screens as much as possible. Enjoy a little more sleep in the morning. Read some good books. Get outside and enjoy some fresh air and exercise. Keep being the best version of yourself. I so look forward to seeing many of you on campus at ISM in the fall when we are walking the halls of middle school. Can you believe it? You are middle schoolers. Make sure you come and visit me as often as you'd like. And if you're among those who are leaving the Philippines, we are all sad to see you go. But I wish you all the very best on your new adventures. Congratulations, everyone, on an amazing year of learning. Enjoy your summer break. Stay safe, stay healthy, and always stay curious.
Good morning and good evening from wherever you are. We are my partners Tanya Minaj. We are the representatives from the Curious Crows class. Welcome to the 2021 Grateful River ceremony. We were all fuzzy and confused at the start of the school year. Who wasn't? We have learned so much, socially, emotionally, academically, and physically. We learned to listen, stayed on task, and persevered. For our class, the most memorable part of this year was the grade 4 sleepover. We dressed up in black, we built a fort, we guessed teachers in cahoots. We learned about being self-managed and connecting as a community despite some of the challenges. There's a well-known quote by an unknown author that says, "A teacher takes a hand, opens a mind, and touches a heart." Mr. has been a fantastic teacher. He is fair, animated, smart, and has a phenomenal sense of humor. He'll keep us all excited during this pandemic. We also met his perseverance and incredible patience with us. Between barking dogs, sibling squabbles, cameras off, there's always something going on. We just keep on going. Mr. Miller, you did more than prepare us academically. You prepared us for middle school. Thank you for all of the lessons you've taught us. We remember them and you forever. Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Hello, students from far and near. My name is Tanya Manish, and I'm here with Elder Louie. I want to talk about our amazing class, the Curious Crows, led by our amazing teacher, Mr. Miller. We want to talk about not just Mr. Miller, but all the teachers that helped us and became part of the Curious Crows. I want to thank all the specialist teachers. Coach Andy and Coach Cheryl, we love the effort and work you put into keeping us active during the day. We love your enthusiasm that everyone should participate. We also love the activities that you prepare for us. So, I want to say thank you for helping us stay active and thank you for your efforts. Now, I want to thank you, Miss Annie and Miss Betty. I love the way that you guys do art on Zoom. You always let us choose what we want and how we want to do it. You let us roam free like birds. Thank you for letting us choose how we want it even in this difficult time. Now, I want to thank Miss Julie. I don't know about the other classes, but I love seeing your smile on a bad day. You always greet each person that comes in and always have that smile on your face. I know with just a smile, you can make someone's day brighter. Last but definitely not least, I want to thank Miss Rhea. She's not a specialist teacher, but she's as important. She's always by our side and she's managed to hold on forever until the end. She's so caring when Mr. Miller is tired. She always stays with us as long as she can. I just want to say thank you. You're an amazing person, Miss Rhea. Thank you for sticking with us. Did you know there is this amazing quote by an unknown author? It says, "Teachers encourage minds to think, hands to create, and hearts to love." This year, we've been so fortunate to have had teachers that do this in all areas of our learning. We would like to take this opportunity to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts to our specialist teachers, Miss Julie, Miss Annie, Coach Andy, and Miss Rhea, for all the special learning that we did and let us be free even though we're trapped in our houses. This year has been surprisingly amazing with the Curious Crows. Thank you.
For being part of this incredible journey.
You've all done an excellent and awesome job.
We wish you all the best in the future.
Have a fun, safe, and relaxing summer break.
Bye!
Hey artists!
Hey everyone! You made it!
Good luck in middle school, everybody. We're gonna miss you.
Thanks for a great year. Bye!
Congratulations to all of the classes and their teachers for making this year so successful. Now, I would like to welcome our Superintendent, Mr. Toes, who will address the students of the 2020-2021 school year.
Good morning, and welcome to the class of 2029. Last week was sad for me. One of the stories I used to love reading to my children was The Very Hungry Caterpillar. And it was in the month of May that the man who wrote the book passed away. He was very old, and he'd lived a full and happy life and had brought joy to generations of children. My twins loved his story, and so did I, because I've always loved caterpillars. But I love them even more when they transform magically into butterflies. It's hard to think of a more beautiful creature. Poetry is something else I love, and one of my favorite poems is about a butterfly. It's one of those that I can recite from memory. I've said it so often. And it's called Flying Crooked. And it tells of the crazy, miraculous, flying patterns of the cabbage white butterfly. The butterfly, the cabbage white, his honest idiocy of flight, will never now, it is too late, master the art of flying straight, yet has, who knows so well as I, a just sense of how not to fly. He lurches here and here by guess and God and hope and hopelessness. Even the aerobatic swift has not his flying crooked gift. Poems have a way of highlighting and celebrating things we usually don't notice. But they also spark ideas in us. And in this case, the poem reminded me of a story about a butterfly. You all know that butterflies begin their lives as caterpillars, and then after some weeks of eating madly, like the very hungry caterpillar, in the case of cabbage white butterflies, they eat cabbage leaves, they go to sleep and a thick cocoon forms over their bodies. When the time is right, that once ugly grub breaks out of the shell that surrounds it, and we can see that it has transformed into a gorgeous butterfly. It's one of nature's many wonders. In this story, a gardener finds a chrysalis and can see that the butterfly trapped inside is struggling desperately to break its way out. He watches for a few minutes as it tries to force its way through the hole it's made. And then, out of a sense of pity, he finds a pair of scissors and cuts along the chrysalis to make things easier. The butterfly emerges easily now, and the gardener can see how fat the body is and how small the wings are. Of course, he waits for the wings to grow and for the butterfly to flap away, but it can't. What the gardener didn't know is that the struggle of the butterfly to get out of the chrysalis is vital to its development. The physical effort is designed to force fluid from its body and into the wings. And that means that the body shrinks and the wings expand. Unless and until that happens, the butterfly can't grow properly. As grade 4 students, you're about to complete your journey in elementary school. I'm sure that some of you, all of you, are nervous about the move into middle school with lockers and grades and 6 different teachers. However will you be able to manage? And the answer is that you'll manage. Just as you manage the challenge of coming to school at the age of 3, the challenge of moving from kindergarten to grade 1, the challenge of learning to read and mastering your tables and all of the other things that you have been able to accomplish. Along the way, you've always had people to help you. Your parents and grandparents, brothers and sisters, your teachers and counselors. All of these people will still be there for you, but they know that they can't help you all the time. Just like the butterfly trapped in the chrysalis, some of the struggles come down to you. Don't expect everything to be done for you. Don't be afraid of the challenges that lie before you. The efforts that you are going to make are what will make you stronger. Every year in middle school, your wings will spread wider. Good luck to the class of 29.
Thank you for those inspiring words, Mr. Toes. We will continue to honor the hard work and effort of the grade 4 students. The following slideshow will be played for the Fire Phoenixes, the Curious Digicats, and the Telepathic Tortoises, and will be accompanied by class speeches.
Hello, my friends, the Fire Phoenixes. We've made it. We have all completed the longest year of online learning that I hope we all have to ever attend. Although not ideal, you work. You overcame, you logged in, you got kicked out of Zoom, but you got right back in. You have all proven to be capable, independent, self-motivated learners who won't allow a poor internet connection to interrupt your learning. You have managed to find success over challenges. You have proven to the world that kids can learn and learn well online. You have made this year of difficulty into one of success. Years from now, you'll be taking other classes that will also be just as challenging in their own way. Remember today, you can accomplish anything you work hard enough for. This year proves it. I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. Wherever you go, whatever you do, this year's class will always hold a special place in my time at ISM. You have made a very difficult year much easier to get through. I want to thank all of you for being there for each other. Remember to work smarter, not harder. Mistakes mean you're perfecting your learning and understanding. so proud of all of you. Take care, stay safe, and have a great summer. And thank you for a wonderful year at ISM.
Good morning, parents, teachers, students, and families. Thank you for coming to the 4th grade Moving On ceremony. We are the representatives for the Fire Phoenixes. Since we've been learning from Zoom and doing lessons on Google Slides and Docs, 2020 to 2021 has been a challenging year for the Fire Phoenixes, and I'm certain it was the same for the other classes too. We are all proud to be part of Mr. Quinlan's class and call ourselves the Fire Phoenixes. We're all excited to move up to middle school, but also feeling a little sad to leave elementary. There were many times where even though we are celebrating popular festivals online, they were still fun and highly enjoyable. A few highlights of this year were the Grade 4 sleepover, Filipiniana, Sports Day, and International Day. This year we learned a lot. For example, the sleepover really brought us together as a Grade 4 community. Filipiniana helped us to remember to truly appreciate our beautiful host country, and Sports Day taught us that winning isn't everything. It's more about how you play the game.
Everyone had high hopes for this year, even though they decreased a little knowing everything was to be online. The Fire Phoenixes have still achieved most of our goals. All of us have grown academically and socially this year. Lots of us have branched out and become friendlier and more open to people we were not familiar with. We have learned to connect virtually, and believe it or not, these connections are as powerful as the physical ones. The Fire Phoenixes are excited to see the cafeteria and the new playground, but we are all also hoping that middle school will just be as fun as elementary. We are all yearning for an open school so we can do physical learning again. We owe many thanks to the teachers who helped make this a great year, despite the many challenges we faced. Thank you to Miss Annie and Miss Betty, Coach Andy and Coach Cheryl, Miss Peachy and Miss Nadia, Miss Clarissa, Miss Ria, and Miss Charity. Thank you so much for trying to make this year as fun as possible. Oh yeah, there's one more person we need to thank. Mr. Q. Thank you. You have made our Zoom classes fun and enjoyable. You have found jokes galore. Thank you for being the funniest teacher ever. The best teachers are those who show you where to look, but don't tell you what to see. This is a quote by Alexandra K. Tremfer that reminds us of Mr. Q. Thank you for letting us discover our own paths for learning. Congratulations, Fire Phoenixes. We have made it through grade 4.
Curious Digicats, you did it! Wow, what a year. I remember the very first day of school when I signed into Zoom. I was so nervous. I had never been a virtual teacher before. I was so worried about being online all day. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I don't know how to perform to a camera. I was so worried that you wouldn't learn anything all year. I could see your names popping up on Zoom. It was dinging. I took a deep breath and I clicked admit all. As soon as I saw all of your smiling faces, I could tell you were very nervous. You were also faced with a huge challenge this year. But you didn't switch off and refuse to participate. You turned your cameras on. You joined every day, even though you really just wanted to hide, like me, and be invisible. Even more impressive than that was how you continued to persevere for months. Even after the millionth technology disaster meltdown, you self-managed at home every day. You even managed to stay off Roblox and YouTube most of the time. You managed to have a go at things. You shared your writing to the class. You read to each other. You took risks, asking questions, answering them, sharing your thoughts and your ideas with people. You even made new friends and connected with people in a completely different way. I think if you can do that, you can do anything. We've had a really successful year of distance learning, and we've built the most amazing community. And that's all because of you. Every day, being with you inside your homes, whether it was just chatting, singing karaoke, dancing, baking, having fun, even learning, it's been amazing. You've made a really difficult time in the history of the whole world actually pretty fun. I hope that when you think back on your last year in elementary school, you're proud of yourself. I'm incredibly proud of every single one of you. Yes, this year was difficult, but you have proved every single day that you can do really difficult things. I can't wait to see all of you back here in middle school. I can't wait to hear about all of the fantastic things that you're going to be doing, whether you're at ISM or somewhere else. Make sure that you keep in touch. After all, you are my sunshine. Bye.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Grade 4 Moving On ceremony. We are Miss Phillips's Curious Digicats. We would like to say a big thanks to Miss Phillips for being an epic class teacher. We would also like to thank Miss Joy, Miss Peachy, Miss Valentina, Mr. Crumb, Mr. Scott, along with many other teachers. You have all been such great influences on us in our learning. A big round of applause for all of you. The Curious Digicats have been an online fun, perfect, and curious class. Our class enjoyed this Grade 4 sleepover where we learned to be a strong and fair community. Sports Day, we learned a lot about sportsmanship. We also enjoyed gaming during choice board, teachers getting pie in the face, and class baking. We have had to learn how to learn online, faced many technical and internet issues. It has been hard not to see our friends this year. However, we have all learned to be independent and focused, curious cats.
Said we all had a lot of fun in Grade 4 Curious Digicats. First, I want to talk about our learnings. We learned multiplications, fractions, and divisions and decimals in a math unit. We learned how to write opinion essays, articles, and poetry in a writing unit. We learned how to read sophisticated picture books and we also had book clubs, and we learned how to read non-fiction books in reading. In science, we learned about climate change, land, water, and personal history. We also had fun testing and recording the slides. We also had so many friends. I promise this, but if anyone goes to Curious Digicats, you will make at least one friend. I think it's all because of Miss Phillips. There's a famous quote by Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. He said, "A great teacher is like a candle. It consumes itself to light the way for others." Miss Phillips, thank you for devoted to making sure we are successful. You are a fascinating teacher. Finally, I'm so excited to be in Grade 5, as much as Ananya and our Grade 4 students does. Thank you, that's all for me.
Wow, telepathic tortoises, a good day and congratulations. After an amazing year, you're ready to move on to middle school and you should be very, very proud. And when I reflect on this year, I think about when we chose our class name because our curiosity is out of this world. That we've got telepathic skills and can sense when one of our friends needs support. And that we're steady and always persevere to the finish line. Well, you've lived up to all these statements, and whether you're in the Philippines, Tajikistan or the USA, you can proudly say you made it with flying colours. And when we look back on this year, I'll remember how we didn't let a pandemic get in the way of our learning, or poetry slams or sleepovers, or around the world, or even telepathic tortoises got talent shows, which was all on Zoom, which was quite unique, shall we say. Having conferences with a chicken, a floating worm, Kermit the Frog, and a Smurf. Not to mention showing my mum the highlights of the talent show, only to see how shocked she was that so many fourth graders had beards these days. So I want to thank you for all the laughs and all your efforts this year. I truly feel honoured to have gotten to know you, and I can't wait to meet you in person after we have an off-screen, fun summer. So sayonara, watashi no chizana tomodachi. So long, my little friends. I'll miss you.
We also enjoyed and had fun with our class and classmates. Our highlight of this year was the telepathic tortoises got talent and the Grade 4 sleepover.
The best part in the talent show was to show what talent we had and watch it together. The best part in the grade 4 sleepover was playing games, especially Kahoot. We also liked International Day because we learned new activities from different countries. My memories of International Day were wearing traditional clothes and playing International Day games.
I also liked the family music project because we could make our music project with our family and share it with everyone. My memories of the family music project was when my dad did the lights when making the video. To continue, our favorite subject was math fractions because we had some rich tasks to do and we also learned mixed fractions and fractions greater than 1. We also want to thank our specialist teachers, Mr. Smith, Coach Ruff, Miss Annie, and our homeroom teacher, Mr. Fowler. Albert Einstein says it is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy and creative expression and knowledge. Thank you, Mr. Fowler. You are the best teacher, and thank you for all your hard work. Finally, our classmates. A big thank you to all of them. They were all kind and caring. Before I finish the speech, I would like to say a few words to the telepathic tortoises. Be wise and be slow, steady tortoises. Thank you.
I wish you more ups than downs. I wish you more give than take. I wish you more we than me. I wish you more woohoo than whoa. Woohoo! Congratulations on all your success in ES grade 4s. It was an honor for me to see you grow not just as readers and researchers, but as wonderful people. I wish you even more success in middle school. Remember to be curious, courageous, and kind.
Have fun on your new adventure!
Now, I would like to welcome Assistant Miss Jujo and Dr. Fine, who would like to share some words of wisdom with all of us. They will also be introducing the grateful song of our 2019 to 2020 Moving On ceremony. We hope you enjoy it and brings back some wonderful memories of you.
Good morning. Dr. Phylan and I have the great pleasure of introducing the Grade 4 song. Traditionally, the Moving On ceremony closes with the joining of all Grade 4 voices, sharing a song with family and teachers, celebrating the end of their time in the elementary school. For some of our students, this song concludes 6 years at ISM, and for some, it is the end of their first year. No matter their length of time at ISM, today marks an important milestone in these students' lives, the transition to the next stage of their schooling career. This has been an unprecedented year, one where you showed us your ability to persevere and to overcome challenges, one where you grew in resilience and independence. Parents and students, how we wish you could be joining us in the FAT for this momentous day, but we are so appreciative to still be able to honor the occasion.
We Are the People of the 21st Century by Teresa Jennings is a song that speaks to this generation of future leaders. This song serves two purposes. It speaks to unity and to the positive impact that our students have on the world. As you listen carefully to the lyrics, you will hear repeated messages of hope, collaboration, peace, and life. In the song, there is a declaration that states, "We are the people, and we have the chance to do it right." How appropriate is this song now as the world faces new and unforeseen circumstances? Despite the unknown, we will reflect and see our 4th grade year as a time that we rose up, remained resilient, and welcomed a happier and more peaceful future. Without further ado, please join me as we welcome We Are the People of the 21st Century, sung by ISM Grade 4.
We are the people of the 21st century. We are the future. We are
non-ceremony. This concludes our program. Please take a short break, and if you haven't done so already, get prepared for your class celebration. Have a fantastic summer, everyone.
We are